We're crowning this. You remember how we said 699? Nah, 610. 10. Oh, dude, we have enough to crown this one too. Easy. Easiest decision of my life. Hey guys, it's Lady, and unlike my other Spiral Abyss runs I've uploaded to this channel, I'm going to provide some commentary on this one just because Ayato is a new unit and this is my very first test run with him in a Yoimiya Teamcomp in Spiral Abyss. And like, I understand that Yoimiya and Ayato might not be the most ideal comp for either of them, but it's sure a lot of fun, and I just want to maybe provide some pointers or tips to people who are looking to run these two in SA together. So, sorry Ayaka, your bro was being stolen for a bit. By the way, I did test him briefly with his sis, and the Kamisato siblings together are indeed pretty broken. Especially because Ayato does provide the AoE Hydro application that benefits Ayaka's permafreeze a lot more compared to a single target unit like Xingqiu. Though Kazuha or any Anemo can help mitigate that by swirling Hydro to all the mobs, like the Rift Hound whelps for example. But I'm gonna speed through the first chambers and not comment too much on them simply because this is a pretty common team comp for Ayaka, and the focus of this is Yoimiya and Ayato's synergy. So to preface this, I like to go double Geo with Zhongli when playing Yoimiya for the extra shield strength thanks to Geo Resonance. I also like to go with Albedo over Yunjin in Chamber 2 of the current Abyss, just because I'm not the most skilled player and I like to have some leeway if I mess up and end up getting hit by one of the ER sapping moves. In other words, I prefer not having to rely on burst if I can help it, and Ayato's burst is already very important here. But to get to the main meat of the video, honestly I'm very impressed with Yoimiya and Ayato's synergy so far, because one, there's just lots of vape procs, and they're both able to take advantage of the other's downtime on the elemental skill. So Yoimiya's burst gives 10% attack bonus to her teammates, meanwhile Ayato's burst gives 20% attack bonus to normal attacks, and as you saw, I already crowned that talent. So ideally you want to start with Yoimiya's burst with Ayato, swap to Yoimiya's E skill. Notice I usually don't do Ayato's E skill right after his burst because you want to take advantage of his second passive talent, which recovers energy off field as long as his ER is below 40. So you want to take advantage of it before he hits the 40 threshold. So after Yoimiya's E-skill is up, going through a round of Ayato's E-skill should be enough to get his burst back up, since he does generate particles with every second attack it seems to me, if you can tell from the video. So as long as you're running a decent amount of ER, like 150%-ish, you should be fine. Which is what I'm basically running in this video. I think my ER is something like 152 or something like that. I've also not nailed the rotation yet, simply because the video you're seeing is a first-time test with both of them, and I just wanted to give a very realistic depiction of this is what it can look like. And also, your Ayato could be doing a lot more damage than mine, by the way. I'm running him with pretty low attack in this run, and I'm also running him with Gladiator. So like, if you're running a higher attack weapon than I am on him, or if you're using a TTDS Ningguang instead of Albedo, your Ayato alone could be doing a lot more than this, even though this is a level 10 E-skill, by the way. Now I will say the vape procs in this team comp appears rather inconsistent to me, because they both apply their elements quite quickly, so sometimes Yoimiya appears to proc, other times Ayato does, so I'll have to do some more testing on my end, and I may just release another video on this in the future, but Yoimiya already has an ICD issue, even when she's run with Xingqiu, so this is kind of par course for her team comps. And I actually like that Ayato being a AoE Hydro burst makes it so that Yoimiya's single target damage is balanced out in more mob-like settings. Like, it just helps mitigate the overemphasis on single target damage in Yoimiya vape teams with Xingqiu or overvape with Fischl. Like, it's not as noticeable in current Abyss 12 since most chambers are only a couple enemies or a single boss, but I think the benefits will start to show if we ever get a return of Nobushi, Treasure Hoarders, or Fatui in Abyss. Though, of course, a con is also that Ayato's burst is a set radius, so if the bosses move out of the burst like you saw sometimes in the first floor, Chamber 2, Yoimiya misses out on the vapes, unlike Xingqiu or officials targeting. Like, the problem is also very noticeable in the last bit of the final floor, where you'll see that the last standing Baptismal Bishop is sitting right outside of Ayato's burst radius, so Yoimiya can't take advantage of the vapes there. But yeah, this was just a very quick showcase of what his team comp can do. Of course, I do have pretty invested units, but I really don't think my crit rate to damage ratios are too out of the ordinary just from putting in a little bit of farming. I do think the Battle Pass weapon, the Black Sword, works great for Ayato's kit since he deals normal attack damage, and it's also the crit rate substat he wants since he has crit damage ascension stat. It's at least a guaranteed good weapon to get for your Ayato if you don't want anything to do with the weapon banners and you're willing to invest in a battle pass or two. I do have a built Yunjin, but I didn't want to run her yet until I get more used to Yoimiya and Ayato's rotations, but I'll be testing her as well as a TTDS Ningguang shortly, and to clarify, this is as substitution for El Beidou. So if you guys would like to see a video on those team comps and or you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate the like and a subscribe. Or if you want to see him in other team comps and have a request, I'll do my best to fulfill that, just let me know in the comments. Overall, I just really love Yoimiya and hope more people will be willing to pull her on her rerun banner. And I've also been on the Ayato Crumb train since Inazuma first released in 2.0 with all the NPC mentions and bulletin board posts. So I definitely don't regret immediately crowning his skill and burst. So yeah, otherwise, if you'd like to join a welcoming and friendly Discord, you can do so at discord.gg/LadyVirgilia. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitch or Twitter, you can do so with the links in the description. Check out my lore videos and other essay runs if you like, but otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching.